what the heck was that?
Man, I just... Oh. Woof.
Is it? Did
That
you?
was bad.
I feel like you were wearing a jersey early. Did you throw it on the ice?
It's down there in the corner.
If you were at the stadium, it'd be on the ice then, I guess.
Oh man, I'd be close tonight. Like I've never been that fan. I've never been that guy, but holy, something is wrong with this team. Like something is seriously wrong. You get 5 power plays and you trot out 5 different power play one lineups in the same game. You are out of answers as a coach. You are out of answers as a team. I mean, what the hell is going on? Like, what is going to happen? I'm. What are you feeling over there, man? Like, what do you think is like? This is just so different than last year, and something's got to give, right? Like, there's got to be a change made.
It feels very similar now that I think about it to the year after Bubble Demko. Because we remember we had that, beauty run. Demko played out of his mind, almost beat Vegas all on his own.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year, it was just like this after that. The whole team had COVID. There was injuries. There was so many things going wrong. It just felt like there was absolutely nothing that could go right for the Canucks at this point. And that's how it's starting to feel right now. Like it just feels like the entire team is in shambles. There's no continuity. Nobody knows how to play with each other. And it's one of those things too, where we talk about Tyler Myers a lot. When he's trying to do too much, that's when he ends up doing really dumb stuff. And I feel like everyone is trying to do the Tyler Myers way, and they're trying to do too much.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to win. It's not like these guys don't want it. It's just they are so broken that they have no idea how to channel the emotion. They are gripping the sticks super tight. Every play looks overthought. They can't get simple shots through from the D. They can't get a wrist shot through. That one from Susie towards the end of the game before he got booted for the misconduct there. It's just a wrist shot, but it goes off the shaft of the stick, like of the guy right in front of him. Like, how can you not get that by the guy? Like, just find a hole.
What did he get kicked out for too? I don't even know.
Just pushing the issue too much after the whistle, kind of beaking off too much and trying to start a fight in a game that's over. Ref was just getting him out of there before he started a bench brawl.
Well, we got I don't know if you saw, we had Midnight Solar in chat tonight. This Canucks fans are like my family. So Columbus Blue Jacket fans feel pain, and so do the Canucks fans. So we're getting along really well tonight.
Yeah, it is a conundrum. I usually, even when the team is losing, usually you can find some sort of answer or reason, or this team is missing this core player or something. But this team, for whatever reason, still no identity. No one wants to take the lead and be the guy. Other than Quinn Hughes, all the players wearing letters on their jerseys aren't leading. Definitely not on the ice, so I don't know what they're saying in the locker room to get these guys motivated, but clearly it's not working, as we see getting out 2 games in a row to 3-0 deficits in the first period. That's just not good enough. Given the talent that's on this team and the cap that we pay, like we're a cap maximum team. We're not a cap floor team, and we're playing like a cap floor team. It's ridiculous. At some point, like, where is Aquilini? Where is Alvin? Where's Rutherford? Where are these guys? Like, it's radio silent from anyone. Before it was, oh, Miller or Petey, take your pick. They're both on the trade table. And now it's like all quiet on the Western Front. And I don't understand if maybe Miller is like, I don't know if you saw Miller's interview today, but he just has this smack of arrogance that is really hard to shake. And it feels like maybe he has blocked a trade already, and he's mad because he has a no trade clause. The team's mad because he is not helping the team right now, and he's playing without any heart because he feels the team's given up on him, so he's now giving up on the team. I don't know what's going on. I'm just grasping at straws because there has to be some sort of answer for this.
Luke Flyswatter has a
Because
question for you. Do you think the changes in the
absolutely,
assistant coaches caused this? Because that's something you've talked about a little bit.
I think it's definitely a problem. This team is starting to look a lot like the Talkett coach team in Tampa Bay when he had his first head coaching gig.
Yep.
Where they really struggled hard to generate offense and be creative, and he stifled the creativity. I don't know if that's the exact answer. I think it's definitely an issue when it comes to the offensive structure that this team trots out. I've made a point of saying how predictable they are to play against, and until they have to play desperate, when they start to go off the playbook, that's when they generate more dangerous chances. But with their constant dump and chase and playing it back to the middle, uh, it's it's really tough to not blame the coaching for a lot of the offensive failures.
After our update about the Abbey Canucks, obviously you had Sammy Blais and Nate Smith both getting back-to-back games, 2 goals. Are we starting to think of maybe replacing some of these young guys with some veteran presence, maybe bring a little bit of stability to it? Like, is it feasible to bring up one of these guys from Abbotsford?
Well, I'm pretty shocked that someone like Klimovich wasn't brought up when he was on a heater to start the year, and I think he's maybe starting to feel a little disheartened as well. He's falling off a little bit. He's still got a couple of assists, but not scoring as much as he was. Um, I'd love to see Linus Carlson up here with the way he's playing right now in the AHL. I mean, anything to get these guys going. Someone young, someone who's going to rush the puck and drive the play and drive the front of the net and play the hard ways. Um, I just don't see anyone on this team willing to go for it. E- And another question, like a weird question here. Have you noticed that the LA Kings have like a 3D raised decal on their helmet
Yeah,
for
isn't that
their
wild?
ad? Does that seem like an unfair, dangerous advantage in scrums and fights and things
Yeah, they were
in
talking about
the
that in
modern
chat
NHL?
tonight. Yeah, isn't that wild? Like, I don't know how you can get away with that. Like, it's not safe to have these sharp letters on the side of your helmet raised. Like, if you punch that, you can cut yourself way more easily than if you're just punching like a regular helmet, right?
So a little makes a little more sense why maybe Desharnais was reluctant to throw any punches in his fight with Jeannot, because I wouldn't want to be chucking my knuckles at that thing. Like, good lord.
What's that free advertising, right? If you punch it properly, you end up getting the ad like stamped into your hand like a brand, and you can walk around with your fist like that, right?
Yeah, and about 42 stitches to go with it.
Yeah. How many Canucks do you think got into the 3 stars tonight?
Absolutely none.
The boys in Vancouver got it right again. We got Turcotte as the number 1 star, 2 goals and an assist. Kempe with a goal and assist, the 2nd star, and Fiala with a goal and an assist with the 3rd star. So a sweep, no surprise there at all in any way, shape, or form.
Nope. No siree.
Any Canucks that ended up positive? I think a couple of them did. I believe Garland and Suter are the only positive players on the Canucks. Yeah, Garland's a +1. Suter's a +1. DiGiuseppe is a -3. Brock Besser is a -3. JT Miller is a -2. Forbert -2. Tyler Myers -2.
It was a rough night. Collective -16 for the team.
Well,
Woohoo!
JT Miller or Brock Besser only played 13:38 tonight.
Yeah.
They spread the the top point minutes guy on forward for the Canucks tonight was Elias Pettersson. 20 minutes and 39 seconds he played tonight, more than any other player on forward. And then Quinn Hughes played half the game. He played 29-26. With your low,
just when you think his minutes are going to get limited, Susie gets booted and then Myers gets hurt.
yeah, Hronik played 22. And then, yeah, did Myers leave the game? Did he come back, or was he gone for the rest of the game?
No, I think he called it a night after that one.
Yeah. I'm asking all these questions because I literally stopped watching the game and I was just playing with chat at that point. So
I do not blame you. I was just watching I was literally watching the clock go down and down and down.
Okay, the Canucks out-hit LA 22-12.
Again, great, but you can't, if hits were goals, awesome. we'd be winning every game.
Sure, it only had 3 of those hits, which is surprising.
It doesn't translate to offense, unfortunately. And you see it sometimes. I've started to notice a trend with some of the guys. Höglander does it. Myers kind of did it tonight. Sometimes now they're going out of their way to try and play the body when they should be focusing on the puck.
Mm-hmm.
Myers behind the net on that 5th goal should have probably focused on the puck instead of trying to hit Jeannot. There's been a number of times where you kind of see a player second guess whether he should go for the puck or go for the hit, and they're erring on the hit side, and that I've noticed takes away a lot of our speed, and we are losing some puck battles because we're making the wrong choices going into the battle. I'd like to see us giving up on the hit a little bit more and playing the puck more often and taking control and using some of our speed. It's all well and good to throw a hit when the hit is there, but if you're going out of your way, we see it with Juleson a lot where he overcommits to a hit and then he gets burned.
Mm-hmm.
When forwards do it, they don't quite get burned as much because it's usually on the forecheck. So it's in the offensive zone. But what it does is it kills any offensive momentum that you have going. And the puck comes back, sometimes odd man rush or whatever. But it's a trend that I'd like to see maybe stop. It's probably one of the biggest red flags, I guess you could say, with that hitting style and the over defensive style of hockey.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta say, okay, that hit's not there, the angle's not there. If I have to change my lane, my skating lane to make the hit or take a step out of my way to hit that when the puck is going the opposite way, I should be going to the puck first. I should always be thinking puck first and then body second. And it's something that I think they're getting a little backwards right now.
Oh, I think it's one of those things too, as a player, you want to think that when you go to throw a hit, that as long as you take your man, like if I hit a guy and we both go down, that's fine. As long as the rest of my team is covering properly. And the problem is that the team behind them is not covering properly. And so you end up hitting your guy, taking him out, but then it's a 2-on-1 going back the other way anyways.
Yes, and this team, for whatever reason, it's one step forward, 2 steps back. I mean, we get a goal from our captain again, trying to spark the team, and we feel like there's some momentum, and then immediately give up power play goal. We can't keep doing that to ourselves. It's really difficult to, as we've heard Talkett say recently, get consistent and stay in the game. If you're not ready to go, and you're getting behind. We've been playing from behind all season, and I think now we're starting to see that wear on the team. We've talked about this. Both of us have said it, and I was adamant about it. We cannot play the entire season from behind. It is exhausting, and these guys look exhausted. They don't look like they don't look ready to come out and play the game because in their minds, I feel like they already feel behind before they even drop the puck.
Well, the other thing I question too, and I understand the idea of playing a goaltender after they get a shutout, because obviously Kevin Lankin gets the shutout in Toronto, and they come back to him in Winnipeg. Why don't we do what we talked about? Enough of this deciding who's going to play, go back to back to back. Because Demko looked so rusty to start tonight, and he was just thrown to the wolves, right? So he's not going to be able to do his Demko thing and rob someone and steal a game for you when he hasn't played in 7 days, right? Like, you need to just go back to back to back. It doesn't matter. The schedule for the rest of the year is Edmonton, it's going to be Lankinen. The next game is going to be Demko. And it doesn't matter how you're playing. We're just going to go boop, 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 all the way through the rest of the season. Because that's the only way I think they're going to get Demko moving again. Because right now it looks like he is out to lunch with, keeping his consistency up because he doesn't play every other night.
I would agree with some of that. I would err more on Demko should play 3 games and Lankinen plays 1 for the rest of the season. Demko gets paid $5.5 million to be our starting goaltender. If he is healthy, then he should be starting the majority of the games. To start Lankinen back to back against Toronto and Winnipeg, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it. Lankinen held us in the first month and a half of this season. Without him, we would not even be close to a sniff of a wild card spot right now. We'd be hanging out with Buffalo at the bottom of the barrel. However, he was a steal. He was a diamond in the rough. We got very lucky. Yes, his metrics said he would be able to play high caliber hockey and he's a really good goalie, but what he was able to do, no one projected. And we can't get rose-colored glasses in the sense of, okay, now he's a starting goaltender. He's never been a starting goaltender. He caught lightning in a bottle for a couple months, and now our guy is supposed to be healthy. So if he's our guy, then you go to your guy and let him ride it out. He's going to have a few bad games, but you got to let him ride it out so he can get better. Like you said, get the rust off, get going, get the body moving. And that is, if he's healthy, then that should be the way he's utilized. That's what he's paid to do. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Can't get much more worse than it is right now, right?
Please, for the love of God, don't say that.
Knock on wood.
Next thing you know, Rick Toggin's been fired and Mark Messier has been hired as the next coach for the Vancouver Canucks.
Let's go through some of the Canucks forwards too, right? The Brock Besser, no shot. Connor Garland, no shot. JT Miller, no shot. Niels Hoglander, 3 shots. Jonathan Leckmacky, 2 shots. Suter, 2 shots. And then Sherwood and Bluger both without a shot, right? Pedersen had 3 shots as well, right? So you got Hoglander and Pedersen with the most shots in the game, tied with Soucy and Hughes with 3 apiece. And you have a game where Connor Garland and Brock Besser don't get a single shot on net. How do you ever expect to win a game?
That's part of that offensive structure we've been talking about. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. You can find ways to shoot the puck on the net. I don't care who you are. I don't care what level of hockey you play. I don't care how difficult the defense is. I don't care how the league, apparently league-wide scoring or shots attempts are down. It's all about this shooting percentage and high scoring chances. I don't think so. Look at what Winnipeg did to us the other day. It was just pedal to the metal and don't stop until you can't hear them crying anymore.
I'm just starting to think the Canucks are too slow.
They have no fire. It doesn't even matter if they're fast or not. If you don't care, if you have no emotion or no skin in the game, like it feels like they could care less. They're just out there cashing a paycheck, and it looks an awful look, and it's really frustrating as a fan, especially the home crowd for the amount you pay for a ticket to go to those games. Oh my God, I'd be appalled.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, one of my coworkers, her parents were at the game tonight, and it was, I guess they bought like some kind of a ticket pack where you get like 3 games or something like that. But she's like, we spent way too much money on these tickets. Every time we go, they lose. And it's like, yeah, because they can't buy a win at home. Like I think after tonight, they're like 6-9-8 or something like that at home. Like it's something insane, right? It doesn't even make sense at this point.
Well, and I have a theory too with the high percentage of corporate clients that are in the stands of Rogers Arena. Why don't we send the club seats up to the upper level and bring all the real fans down to the lower bowl instead of all these guys in suits that don't cheer and sit on their hands? That's something that I've wondered.
I'd be down for that.
They're not even watching the game anyways. They're talking or having drinks and stuff. So put them in the upper bowl. Make it really nice up there. Put some nice suites up there. They can have their business meetings and talk and whatever, be nice and quiet. And then everyone down low, the families, the real fans, the rowdy fans can be nice and loud and cheer on the team and actually try and get these boys going, because someone's got to do something.
Canucks are 7-9-6 at home now.
That's horrible.
That's
When was the last time we were that? What, like, Rogers Arena used to be scary to come play in. People hated to come here, and now it's just sad.
Okay, number 1, ban Jeff Patterson from doing interviews of the Canucks. You need to revoke his media pass. I'm trying to think of like who. I think the only one I want them having to ask questions like Ian McIntyre, despite the fact that he stole my Trevor Lynn interview, so that's saying a lot. And then Dan Murphy, and that's it. Everyone else is banned from doing interviews with the Canucks from now on.
I mean, haven't the Canucks already kind of done that?
Yeah, they have gotten rid of a lot of people too.
They don't even fly the media on the plane anymore. That they have to do their own thing. Like,
Yeah.
they've.
Well, I think part of that too is Sportsnet has gotten really cheap over the years too. So I think that Sportsnet had to deal with the Canucks, and then Sportsnet's not picking up their end of the bargain now. So
yeah. Well, I think it's a combination of bean counters.
Yeah.
Not wanting to spend any money.
Why do you need to be at the game when you can just watch it on television?
Well, that's what streaming's for now. God.
Edmonton Oilers roll into town on Saturday. After a big win today.
Holy Lord, help us if we start the game like we did tonight against the Edmonton Oilers.
How can it
the
go
way
any
they're
different?
rolling right now? McDavid won't have. He'll have 3 hat tricks in the first period. If, like, I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. If we play like we played tonight, it will not be pretty.
No, I can't imagine so. If they put out the same effort that they did tonight, then it could easily be a 10-0 game.
Yeah. And I would not have said that last year.
Oh, it's like normally I'd say Canucks logic says the Canucks should win big on Saturday, but I don't even think Canucks logic can save this team at this point.
There's no logic anymore.
No. Just pain.
It makes no sense. Just pain. just pain.
There's got to be if you had to choose between Gallant or Quenneville, who are you bringing in as the new coach?
I really like Gerard Gallant. I think he's a player's coach. I think the last couple times he got let go, he was done a little dirty. He was let go early. I think the success of the teams that he was let go from, he had the most to do with them continuing on. So I'd really like to see him in. Quenneville, obviously, there's the controversy that comes with that. But I believe, I don't know. I don't want to be the team to give him the second chance, but if someone is going to, he's obviously a great coach. And there were many hands in that controversy and things that went with it as a as a head coach, I don't know if he necessarily could have handled it the right way. It's a tough situation. Who knows? There's tons of questions, but you can't deny his ability to coach a hockey team. However, with that comes a lot of forgiveness, and it depends on how far our fans and organization are willing to forgive. So, just given that, that puts Gallant above for me. But again, I really just don't think this group of players deserves another head coach. I think there needs to be some trades made before anything to send a message to the locker room. Be that moving a Brock Besser or moving Niels Höglander or Tyler Myers or someone on the blue line. Like something's got to give here, and it's got to be something that makes some noise to get these guys to wake up, because they are sleeping on the ice right now.
Do you think I maybe should offer the Canucks a tissue for their issue before, right? Like, and then they use the tissue and cry all their pain out.
Yeah. Well, they might need a pad because they can't seem to handle the first period.
Yeah, that's true. We gotta have this sit down and have the talk. So when you get to a certain age, your body starts changing. You get a first period.
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. It's me, the Canucks.
Oh, okay, Dustin. Before I let you go, is there any hope you can leave for chat?
Lots of teams go through slumps like this. We are a winning streak away from not even talking about it. I know something will change. I have faith in this management group. I just don't know if it's going to necessarily be the change that we want as fans or expect as fans. But when that change comes, we all need to kind of get on board with it, because we all can see right now is not working.
Yeah.
So whatever happens, and we just need to keep being there for our guys as best we can, even when they're struggling, because at the end of the day, they do want to win. They're professionals. I'm sure it's weighing on them as much as it weighs on us as fans. I'm in a better mood when the Canucks win. I know that a lot of my friends are in better moods when the Canucks win. It makes it harder the next day when they lose, but brighter days are coming. We have too much talent. There's too many pieces here to completely burn it to the ground, but we need our management or coaches to figure something out and figure it out fast.
All right, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll talk again on Saturday.
Sounds good, man.
Nothing is perfect.